Hello, everyone. It's time for Van Chicagoland Stars, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 493, season 20. Today's date is November 18th, 2025. Welcome to the program. I'm glad you're here. To my Greek friends and family, Kalos ήρθατε and Yasos, which again means you're welcome. And hello. I hope there's some Greek people listening. Well, we can't tell. Anyway, so thank you again for joining me. On today's program, I'm going to talk about something a little unusual. It's about the old Chicago Indoor Amusement Park that was located in Bolingbrook, Illinois. I've talked about the 50th anniversary, that episode, that is, a while back, but I found something interesting in the Chicago Tribune. They have a list of some stores with some coupons. According to sources, there were about at least 200 stores there. I found a few less than that, so I'm going to read a few of them. Maybe jar your memory if you remember those. It's from 1975 in November. Also, I'll read a 1963 menu from a restaurant that was called Don The Beachcomber, and that was located in the Gold Coast neighborhood, I believe, in Chicago. This will be a lot of fun. I can't wait to read the cocktail menu. It's very strange. Okay. So before I get started, I will go into a commercial break. This program is brought to you by Hostess Donuts. Yeah, I love those. And here's a commercial from 1983. So sit back and relax, and let's go back to the 1980s for Hostess Donuts. I'll be right back with the rest of the show, folks. Thank you.
Breakfast!
Well, I'll eat at the office, hon.
With Hostess Donuts.
Hostess?
The Hostess Breakfast Bake Shop really helps me keep them home for a good breakfast.
Cinnamon donuts.
Powdered donut for me.
Delicious, huh, Dad?
Yeah, and fresh.
And breakfast at home costs about half the price of eating out.
All right.
So keep them home for breakfast with Hostess and save.
Also taste Hostess chocolate-covered donuts. Great anytime.
Okay, everyone, I'm back. I hope you liked the commercial for Hostess Donuts. This commercial it was dated, 1983. I don't think they make those anymore. They make donuts. Those are the small ones. They come in a bag. They're real tiny. Dolly Madison used to make gems. Remember those? Dolly Madison now. Hostess owns Dolly Madison. They come in like 6 in a pack. That's good. The flavors they had for the Hostess Donuts, I think they had powdered sugar, cinnamon, I think plain, and chocolate. And that's what it mentions at the end of the commercial. Me, I'm a donut lover. I love donuts. I love them. I got to be careful these days, when you get older. But I have one once in a while. It's great with a big hot cup of coffee. If you're wondering what's my favorite, I like coconut. I love coconut. The Dunkin' Donuts near my house does not sell it. You have to go to another one down the street, like about a couple miles away, which stinks. But I go to Huck Finn's. That's located in Oak Lawn on Cicero Avenue. They have good donuts. They have coconut, thank God, chocolate frosted and vanilla. So, yeah. And I had my mom went to church this past Sunday, and they had a bake sale. It's for the school. And she brought 2 donuts with coconut, one chocolate frosted, one vanilla. My brother had one, and I had the other. I had the chocolate one. Oh, it's so good. I love it. So that's my favorite. I could talk about donuts all day long. Van Chicagoland has done podcast episodes of Mr. Donut. Remember that? Bossa Donuts. Winchell's Donuts is still around in California. And, of course, my favorite is the donut machine that was located at Gately's People's Store, this department store that was located on 112th Street and Michigan Avenue in Roseland, where I used to live. And they had the donut machine in the basement. I used to watch them make them homemade. and, drop them in the oil. Like Krispy Kreme. It's like that. That is fun to watch. Oh, what a great memory. They should have kept the machine, put it in the museum. I guess it was dismantled and, thrown out, which is a shame. But people in the neighborhood at the time remembered it very well. That's good memories. Okay. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to read some ads from the Chicago Tribune. It's from the old Chicago Indoor Amusement Park. This is dated November 1975. I don't know the exact date. And if I do find it, I'll let you know. There were some stores that were located. They had coupons. I know they had about 200, maybe less than that. I'm not sure. But I'll read some off, and then maybe it'll trigger your memory if you remember that. Also, I will read a 1963 menu from Don The Beachcomber. It's a restaurant that was located in the Gold Coast neighborhood of Chicago. I'll talk about its history, and I'll read a menu. It's a cocktail menu and a regular menu, so it's going to be fun. Before I get started, I'll talk about my health really quickly. I thought I was supposed to go meet the oncologist on Monday. It's Tuesday, so it's a week from today. The oncologist I have now, he's going to leave. He was only there temporarily, and then I spoke to a woman. I took her last night, so she's going to be mine. Okay. All right. And and then I was supposed to have a PET scan yesterday. I didn't post it on Facebook because I don't want anyone to worry. The reason I didn't have it is because the equipment broke down at the hospital. So they called me the week before, and they rescheduled it. And they rescheduled it for the day before Thanksgiving, the 26th. So I'm going to go there. Unless I want to go after Thanksgiving. I don't want to go after. I want to get this done and over with. So I'm going to go. My brother will drive me there, and I'll be fine. I don't like the scans. They don't hurt, but you have to lie still for a good number of time, I get very fidgety like that. One time I went for a scan and my nose itched. Oh, it was awful. I had to wait. Oh my God, it was terrible. As soon as it was done, I had to scratch it. Oh, it felt so good. So I'll keep you posted on what's happening. Also, if you notice, I took a picture of myself with a beard. It's Movember. This is awareness for prostate cancer, testicular cancer, any type of cancer, or any illness that men are suffering, mental illness. I did this a couple of years ago. I grew it all the way till November 30th. It was hard to get it off. It didn't itch much, but I had the beard. So I'm doing this for a little while. Maybe I'll shave it off, maybe before Thanksgiving. I will do that, but why not? Some people say I look nice. It just needs a little trim, and you look very handsome. When I was a kid, I was not called handsome. I was called other things. I'm not going to mention on the air. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to talk about the ads and the stories that are printed in the Chicago Tribune for Old Chicago Indoor Music Park. This is from November 1975. Let me give you a brief history of the park. I've talked about this before. His name was Robert Brindle. It opened June 17th, 1975. It was the first indoor amusement park ever, and it was a shopping mall. It was a great idea by the time. It had roller coasters, Ferris wheel. They had stores, restaurants. It sounded like a great idea at the time, but then, it didn't. And then each year it just fell out of favor. It wasn't popular. Plus, in 1976, Marriott's Great America opened in Gurnee, Illinois, which is still there. It's Six Flags. I've been there a few times. That hurt attendance. So if that didn't open, would Old Chicago succeed? Would have succeeded? Maybe. I don't know. So anyway, it closed in March 17, 1980, and it sat idle till 1986, and then they demolished it. Now there's nothing. If you take a drive out there, I haven't done that, and you can check it out. They advertise it heavily, like that. I mentioned this before. I never went there. I wish I did. My brother went there twice, which I'm jealous. because he went with his friends. My friends weren't interested. No, what was I supposed to do? Go by myself? I didn't know how to drive then. Okay, so I found the ads in the Chicago Tribune. I'm going to read them off the. Let's see. I'll read them off to you, and I'll tell you. Maybe you remember them. So I'm going to pull them up right now. Here we go. All right, here we go. So here's some stores. First it says coming soon. They're going to bring B. Dalton Bookstore. I don't know if it came. No idea. I don't know if these stores that I'm going to mention did arrive to Old Chicago. Okay. So it's B. Dalton Bookstore, O'Connor and Goldberg. That's an old-fashioned clothing store. I think, I'll talk about that place someday. Maybe next podcast episode. Schwinn Bikes, Children's Shop, Scuba Diving Shop, Grandpa's Charlie Sausage Shop, Old Chicago Beer Garden, and toys, and more toys. I know that Marshall Brudin opened a magic shop there. Wizzo from Bozo. He did open a store there. And I found an ad. Okay. So here we go. Another story they had. Let's see. Just a moment, please. I want to get this. And then they had Country Cousin Donuts. Old-fashioned donuts they had. That sounds good. Yeah. They had Silver Spirit. They sold bracelets and necklaces. It was like that. Old Chicago Bookshop. They had... that was kind of... I wish I went there to see it. Mr. C's Famous Hot Dogs. And they had gyros. Owned by Greeks, I imagine. They had Harlan's Buster Brown. They sold shoes. Okay. Hot Sam's Oven Hot Pretzels. Okay. Let's see what else. Rolo's. That was barbecue sandwiches. Probably barbecue beef and all that. Thomas Organ Studios. They had that. Bill's Super Snacks. They sold bratwurst, Polish sausages on a steam roll. That sounds good. Tops and bottoms for guys and gals, men fashion, shoes and belts. Then they had a place called the Lonely Bull that sold imported clothes and jewelry. They had a location in Oak Park. Okay. All right. So next page. Here we go. They had the Zoo Cookery. They sold cookies, and these had coupons. Some had coupons like that. They had It's Time for Christmas photos. So it's like if you want to have a family photo taken, you go there. You call for an appointment. Photography by Eads, Eads. Lumaglow, that's adjustable lamps. They sold that. Regular $25, now $15.95. Okay, not bad. W. Chu and Company Galleries, their portraits. Nuts and Stuff. They had sold nuts, Spanish peanuts like that. Lord and Hunt Jewelers. I've heard of this store. Rosamond. That's like for Continental Graphic Arts, like framing. House of Schiller. That was shelf and wall furniture. B&B Fits. That was, I'm not sure what that is. Hold on a second. What is that thing? I'm not sure. It's like a clothing store or something like that. Old Chicago Town Arcade. They had the arcade down there. They had skee ball, pinball machines. I wish I went there. Then they have Neck and Neck. That's a clothing store. They sold ties, lady scarves, belts, buckles, jewelry. Okay, and the General Store of Old Chicago. Probably sold old-fashioned items and stuff like that. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, this is page number 3. We've got 3 more to go real quickly. Old Diana's Old-Fashioned Fudge. Weeks Pottery. They sold pottery and all that. Sugar and Spice Country Store. They had the candy and like that. Rags, Bangles, and Bags for Women. They sold handbags, sportswear, jewelry. Old Chicago Stockyards. Not the Stockyards back there. Not at Halsted Street. This is it's a pet store. It was a pet store. Sisters and Brothers, they had fashions for women and men, probably, disco jeans, stuff like that. Off Broadway, they had this, it was the same thing. Better Visions, opticians, so they had, you can get eyeglasses, have an eye exam there. Okay. Candescent face makeup is cosmetics. Okay, it was, I'm not sure what that was. In the front, they had stroller rentals, wheelchair rentals, family baskets, parcel baskets to put your packages. So that's kind of cool. Located south of the entrance at the bottom of the ramp of the amusement park. They also had Americana Submarine, home of the super bomber, with this sandwich. And Custa's Nuttery sold fresh roasted nuts every day. That sounds great. Okay. Here we go. We got some more. Yes, very quickly. Okay, here we go. Grand opening, World of Wood signs, all custom wood signs. Mr. Submarine. They had Mr. Submarine there. Just like the one across the street from Bogan High School, on 79th Street in Pulaski. Went there all the time. All the time. Aisle 5 gift shop. Sold crystal, china, copper, music boxes, Grubs, it was a famous brand of corduroy pants and jackets. Okay. The Comfort Zone, I'm not sure what that is. Waterbeds. There's no waterbeds there. Who has a waterbed now? The Different Circle, they sold blue jeans for men and women. Casual, like that. Okay. Here we go. Village Stereo in old Chicago. They had, you put your car radios, your speakers, like that. Ye Old Chicago Tobacco Company. They probably sold pipe tobacco, cigars, tobacco, maybe cigarettes, maybe. I would assume so. Oriental Imports. They sold jade jewelry, bedspreads, tablecloths, fountain lamps. Oh, sounds nice. Katiki Village. That spells Ki-Tiki. It's a store with 12 unique shops. So they had 12 shops. So they had a California shop, I Love You shop, Village and Soap and Bath, Kitten shop, Weeds and Seeds, Wicker shop, Candle shop, Gags and Game shop, Sign Alley shop, Polynesian shop, Sense and Scenes shop, and Playboy shop. I don't know what that meant. Next, it's a restaurant called the Meanie Weenie. Your hosts are Joyce and Edward Bohack. That sounds familiar, that name. I think it's from Tallman Bank. I could be wrong. I don't know. So they had a coupon. So they had hot dog on a stick, chili corn dog, cup of chili, lemonade, and chocolate milk, and pop. I wish I'd seen this place. And they had the Keyhole. It was a store. It's like not a locksmith, but they make keys, engravings, mugs, engravable items. Okay. Sounds good. I'm still laughing about Meanie Weenie. Big Top Popcorn. So they sold old-fashioned caramel corn, cotton candy and popcorn, like Garrett's. They didn't have cotton candy either. Jewelry Junction, costume jewelry. Marshall Berdine's Magic Shop. That's what I talked about. That's good. And they had 3 professional magicians to serve you. Mike McDay, Tom Rosoff, and Doug McKnight. So they had, they perform magic tricks, and you can buy magic tricks there. Old Chicago Trading Company, Arts and Crafts from Planet Earth. They sold sand candles, macrame, painting. How many people do macrame now? I don't know. Redwood tables, copper sculpture. Manny's Juice Bar. It was a juice bar. I didn't know they had juice bars back then. I haven't been to a juice bar in a long time. Jacqueline Jewelry sold, jewelry, stuff like that. Okay, up. La Crepier. That's they served banana, strawberry, and apple crepes. Fruit like Magic Pan, but they had it with meat and all that. Super T-shirt. They designed T-shirts for you. Prices start at low as $2.75. They print and whatever you want to print on your T-shirt. That's kind of nice. They had one in Peacock Alley, Ford City. downstairs. Arby's roast beef. They had Arby's there. I miss the old Arby's. Now most are closed, and now we have Jack in the Box. Okay, haven't been Jack in the Box in a long time. Got to go back. Toro Taco. It's a Mexican restaurant. They sell tacos, burritos, enchiladas, tostadas, refried beans, whatever you want. Chopsticks. That's I'm not sure what that is. It's probably it's a Chinese restaurant. It's called Chopsticks. And then if you go to a place, you can have a photo of yourself on a button or a poster. It was a place called it was a blow up store. They had that. Okay. Last one. Got the last one. All right. Here we go. Circus Kitchen. It's probably, they said chicken. Maybe they serve chicken there. I'm not sure. At the amusement park entrance. The Colombian House. Dine in unique, fine foods, cocktail lounge. That sounds nice. They had fondue. They had a Wendy's there. Wendy's has changed. It has, but I like the old Wendy's. Yeah. Pants Plus. They had sold jeans, tops, latest fashion. The Mod Hatter. They sold hats. Winter hats, fun hats, young and old, whatever you want. Flips. It was a restaurant. They sold Italian beef and sausage. Okay. That's good to know. The Crystal Palace it's a place where they hand-blown glass like that. Mr. Jeans. Remember Mr. Jeans? They had Levi's, Wrangler, Oshkosh, famous brand tops. Camelot Music. They had Camelot Music. I'm going to talk about that place one day. Oh, that's cool. Elf Chicago Floral. They had plants, flowers, and all that. Hallmark store. Excuse me. This was called Lynn's Hallmark Shops. Probably sold greeting cards, And here are the hours of Old Chicago. Shopping malls from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Amusement park was 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday and Thursday. Oh, I didn't know they opened in the afternoon. So it was Monday through Thursday, 1 to 10, 1 to midnight on Friday, and 11 a.m. to midnight Saturday, Sunday, and holidays. Okay. That sounds cool. All right, just a second, please. Let me get situated. All right, so that was fun. All right. I'm done with that. Now, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to read the menu from Don The Beachcomber. It was a restaurant located in the Gold Coast neighborhood of Chicago. I will give you the address, the phone number, and I'll be right back reading the cocktail menu and the regular menu. So sit back and relax, and I'll be right back after this break. Thank you.
Oh, Chicago's great. It's all brand new. There's lots of fun for you and you.
You make your own fun at the Fun Factory.
There's family fun in every way.
In old Chicago, a family can still afford to be a family.
So have an old Chicago day.
And this weekend, don't miss Old Chicago's Oktoberfest Carnival Party.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed that break. How appropriate for this program. Right now, I'm going to talk about Don The Beachcomber Restaurant that was located in the Gold Coast neighborhood of Chicago. Give you a brief history of this. I'll be right with you. Okay. That opened in May 1940. It was located at 101 East Walton Place near the Magnificent Mile. And the phone number was Superior 7-8812. That's SU 7-8812. Okay. All right. So so it was known for its the restaurant was known for its elaborate tropical themed decor, bamboo furnishings, tiki torches. They had the rooms, the Tahitian room, the cannibal room. It was famous for their cocktail called the Zombie. I don't know if they still make that. Maybe. I don't know. And that opened until the late 60s. Now, let's see here. I'm trying to find... okay, the man who founded this restaurant, he was Don The Beachcomber. That was actually his name was Don Beach, Donn Beach. And it was founded in Hollywood in the 30s. His real name was Ernest Raymond Gant. And he legally changed his name later. I don't know why. So he was born not in Chicago or California. He was born in either Texas or Louisiana, and he was traveling around the world. He was a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army, earned the Purple Heart and the Bronze Star, and he settled in Waikiki Beach. And around the following end of Prohibition, he opened a bar in Hollywood. That's when it opened in 1933. And so it was Don's Beachcomber. So let's see. The cuisine was Cantonese, tropical drinks, of course. I mentioned that. Celebrities went there in the old days, you know. So they expanded to just Chicago and other places like that. Okay. You know, they did make a documentary about him. It's called The Don of Tiki. Maybe if it's available to view, streaming, or it's on YouTube, maybe I'll watch it. You know, it sounds quite interesting. Okay. So let's see what I was going to say. Yeah, so I have a menu of the place. I will read the cocktails and the menu. You know, so we'll see what I have. You know, I hope so. I recorded something before, but it screwed up. So I'm gonna read the drinks, not the prices, because there's too many. Those are rum drinks. They're called original rum drinks. They're underneath. They're titled underneath Don the Beachcomber. Okay, so what they had, for example, they had Barbados Punch, Barbados Swizzle, Beachcomber's Daiquiri, Beachcomber's Gold, Beachcomber's Punch, Beachcomber's Rum Barrel, that serves 2. Beachcomber's Sangaree, Caribbean Punch, Cobra's Fang. Also, Colonel Grog, Demerara Cocktail, Demerara Dry Float, Don Beach, Donga Punch, Don's Own Planners, limit of 2 people per person, Don's Pearl, Don's Swizzle, Dr. Funk, Mystery Gardenia, $1, Navy Grog, Never Say Die, Niu, limit of 2. I don't know, it's spelled Nui. Panera Daiquiri, Pearl Diver, Penang Afridi, number 1. I don't know what that is. No idea. Penang Afridi, number 2. And Pai Yi or P-Y. It's P-I space Y-I. Can't pronounce it. Boom. Okay. Next is Colonel Grog, Demerara Cocktail, Demerara Dry Float. Oh, I read all that. Okay, skip it. Okay. Pardon me. I apologize. Fixers Planners Punch, Puka Punch, QB Cooler, Queens Road Cocktail, Rum Cow, Rum Julep, Shark's Tooth, Skull and Bones, and Special Reserve Daiquiri. Okay. Oh, we got some more. Okay. So we have General Pico, Governor General, Hot Butter Rum, Kona Coffee Grog, Martinique Cocktail, Martinique Milk Punch, Missionaries Downfall, Montego Bay, Myrtle Bank Punch, Sumatra Kula, Sanakora, 151 degrees Swizzle, limit of 3, Tahitian Rum Punch, Test Pilot, limit of 2, 3 dots and a dash. That's like Morse code, like that. And Vicious Virgin, West Indian Punch, and of course the original Zombie. Yeah, so they had that. Okay. All right, so right now I'm going to read the menu. I will include the prices, I promise. So here we go. Just a moment, please. Here we go. Okay. It was served, their cuisine was Cantonese, from China. They had that. Beachcomber appetizers. I'm just going to read them off. I'm not going to describe them. So, but I will read the prices, I promise. So they had Beachcomber fried shrimp, $1.75. Beachcomber barbecue pork loin ribs, $1.75. Beachcomber ramaki, the original, $1.40. Beachcomber egg roll, excuse me, $1.40. Half order, 70 cents. Beachcomber barbecue chicken, served disjointed, $1.75, and Chinese barbecue pork, sliced, $1.40. Soups, all prepared with chicken broth. Minced breast of chicken with rice, 70 cents. Egg flour, 70 cents. Chinese egg noodles with barbecue pork and Chinese greens, 85 cents. Hearts of Chinese greens, 70 cents. Chinese wonton, 70 cents. And Chinese egg noodles, 85 cents. Beachcomber entrees. Oh, there's a lot. Here we go. Shrimp vegetables, $2.25. Whitefish beachcomber, $2.25. Lobster newcomer, $3.25. Duck mandarin, $2.50. Half order, $1.25. Chicken almond, that's with chicken. They're always chicken. Chicken almond, $2.25. Chicken manu, that's MANUU, $2.25. Boneless chicken, $2.25. Chicken pineapple, $2.25. Chicken vegetable, $2.25. Chicken mushroom, $2.25. Chow gay pin, $2.25. Chicken lotus, $2.50. Chicken beachcomber, $2.50. Pork foo young, $1.80. Additional cakes, each 60 cents. Shrimp foo young, $2.10. Additional cakes, 70 cents. Beef tomato, that's with beef, served like that. $2. Beef vegetable, $2.10. Spiced beef, $2.25. Beef oyster sauce, that's beef with oyster sauce, $2.25. Beef almond, $2.25. Beef mushroom, $2.25. Beef lotus, $2.75. Okay. Chinese pea pods, $1.90. Mixed greens, $1.90. Water chestnuts, $1.90. Pork chow done, $1.80. Shrimp chow done is $2.10. Fried wonton is $1. Steamed rice, 20 cents. And Chinese fried rice, can't read it, 35 cents. Okay. Desserts, there's only 3 items. Assorted fruits and seasons served on snow ice, $1.25. And frozen fresh Hawaiian pineapple with kumquats, $1.25. And almond cookies per order, 3 cookies, 25 cents. That sounds good. Okay. So that's very interesting. Okay. All right. So I wish I went to this place. What is there now at the Don The Beachcomber that's located on Walton Place? The Four Seasons Hotel. I don't know what was there before. Because the Four Seasons, I think, was built in the 80s. So I have no idea. No clue. Okay. So that's it for this program. Do a recap what I talked about. I talked about the Old Chicago Amusement Park that was located in Bolingbrook, Illinois. I read some ads from the Chicago Tribune. They had coupons, list of stores and restaurants that were there at the times from November 1975. Also, I read a menu from 1963. It's dated, I think, February 17th, 1963, for Don The Beachcomber Restaurant that served Cantonese cuisine and had exotic cocktails. And that was located at, here we go again, located at 101 East Walton Place in Chicago's Gold Coast. Okay. This podcast will be published later on today, wherever podcasts are available: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Breaker, Overcast, Podbean, Good Pods. So if you have those apps on your phones or your tablets, tap on them, tap follow. You'll receive a notification of those. They're all listed. You can listen anywhere, any place. Also, if you have CarPlay in your car, you can listen in the car. If you have Spotify or any podcast apps. Also, you can stream it on your TV, Spotify, or YouTube. I will get that in a moment. You can listen to the comforts of your home. Also, it'll be shared on my blog, www.vanchicagoland.blog. They're all listed. They have the links. Check it out. Also, be shared on my YouTube channel. And again and again and again, people will ask me, where do I find your podcast? I want to listen to your podcast. You can listen on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in the search, Van Chicagoland Stories, or Pete Costanz, my name. Click subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. All the episodes are listed. You receive a notification. You can listen to those on any device you have. All right. Also, be sure to have my social media accounts: Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. All the links were there. Okay. So I will do another podcast episode this weekend. We'll see. All right. So this is Speak Astonish, your host for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. Today is a nice day. Not too cold. So just stay warm. Be healthy. And so here's bye-bye for me, and here's bye-bye from that wonderful Chicago legend and good guy, Ray Rayner, with a little traveling music saying bye-bye-bye. Take care, everyone, and so long, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.